Hello everyone, if you clicked on this video, you are probably a teenager that thinks I'm wrong and that teenage dating is great, but I'm going to be here to be a pessimist and a little butthurt. But let's talk about it, right? Um, in my opinion, I think teenage dating is just the worst thing, especially nowadays with just everything that's going on with social media and stuff. And I'm gonna have some practical reasons, but also some just like logical reasons. So let's get into it, right? Um, Number one, uh, it's really hard to tell how someone's gonna act, especially in childhood. Um, because you don't really know the childhood they have. You don't know the relationship they have with their parents. You don't know if they got everything figured out yet. 99% of the time, um, no one has it figured out, right? And so we're just a ton of sloppy little fellas sliding around and dating and just having the worst time of our lives, right? Um, I just have seen so many relationships, including my own, just crash into like toxic wastelands. And honestly, I'm just tired of it. Um, it really feels like teenagers were just not built for this level of intimacy. Like, they just really are not ready for this level of emotional intelligence and intimacy that dating someone requires. And so like for example, right? If let's say you're talking to a girl, right, or a guy, I don't know. I don't know how many girls actually watch these videos though. I don't know how I'm in these lobbies when I am 3 months off, but whatever. Um, let's say you're talking to a significant other, right? Um, and you get to liking this person, right? Because as teenagers, our hormones are off the charts. You actually don't know really how to process feelings, emotional feelings very well, and so you really like this person, right? And so let's say, right, you guys both like each other and you start dating. You really probably have no idea how their childhood is. I think I already made this point. Don't know their childhood, don't know how their parents loved them, and if you don't know, um, someone's basically entire life is going to be dictated on their childhood. Um, the way their parents treat them. A lot of people end up exactly like their parents. And so just because um of how like parenting just works. And especially nowadays, no one knows how to be empathetic. This is not me like speaking on a high horse. Just we've really lost the meaning of true empathy and understanding, which is vital for relationships, not just between significant others, but just relationships everywhere. Um, and especially I think it was lost like two or three generations. No, really, it's never been known. Um, and so it's just passed on from parents to child, right? And it's very hard. If a parents don't raise someone right, so you have no way of guaranteeing that, right? Also, kids mature at different rates. Their brains are still maturing until about really age 25, but really never. Your brain's never stops growing, never stops accepting new information. It might become less malleable um, later on in life, but you're still definitely accepting new information and forming your virtues and your values, right? And so, why would you want to take someone as they are and expect to go 2 or 3 or 4 years, um, and them to stay at the exact same maturity and keep the exact same values as you have? It just doesn't really make sense. Um, and trust me, if you're in a relationship where someone's more mature than you or they're less mature than you, it's just gonna suck. Ideally, you guys want to stay side by side in your journey, which again, I'm not speaking from a high horse here. I think I have way so much to improve on. Um, this guy's the corniest kid I've seen in my life. Um, but you have absolutely no way of guaranteeing where their mind is at how mature they are, how empathetic they are. And so why even try, right? Why even date at a time? And even if you guys are at the same maturity when you're dating, you might have one experience that your significant other doesn't have that just sends you into a more mature place, right? And so then you're at an awkward point where your significant other doesn't really get what you're going through, and at that point, it's just cooked. Um, and so there's another reason people develop at different rates. A lot of things happen during teenage years, you know. Um, another thing is I don't know. I think I already said this, but it's like we've really lost how to care for people, and even if you date someone with the best intentions, I really don't think the teenage mind is meant for levels of emotional and physical intimacy with other people who could very easily just leave you or lose the volatile feelings they have in the first place. Um, and so I don't know. I think let's say you're dating just for physical intimacy, that still catches up to you, man. Um, let's say you don't want true love, you don't want anyone to care for you, you just want to feel the body of the member of the preferred sex, which is wrong, by the way. People who think that usually have that born out of a lack of love from their parents, and so they think they don't need it from other people. Um, but anyways, um, let's say you like to just hoe around. That still catches up to you. You're still gonna feel that one day. Um, you will regret like that stuff or go crazy in the midst of it, right? Um, and so there really is no winning. Um, I have seen very few teenage relationships that have not just crashed and burned in a toxic wasteland. And so I don't think I have much more to talk on. Um, I just really think teenage dating is cooked. As someone that's been in two relationships, both of them just completely toxic. Um, and of course, when you go into it, you think it's just all sunshine and rainbows, but it really isn't. And so I don't know. But also I'm really pessimistic about it. I'll go ahead and give you a little sugar coating. Like it'll probably turn out fine. I just don't think it's worth it. You know, with all the risks, I think it's better just to, you know, enjoy the company of the other 50%. There's so many perks to being single. Um, dating is really just like a nerf. And yeah, so lesson learned: stay single in your teenage years. You will enjoy it. If you're gonna date, be prepared to just have the worst time of your life. If you want to argue this with me, come to my Discord or just argue with me in the comments. I would love to do this because I actually stand strong. I don't date anymore. Um, okay. Here's this. I don't date anymore, but if I start dating, I'll make a video about it. And explain why I think my viewpoints have changed, and we'll see how that goes because it could be some very funny irony there. But I truly like believe that dating is just not it, especially in today's society with social media and stuff. Um, it's not even just social media because I dated a girl with no social media. Turns out she's even crazier than the girls with it, and so I don't know, man. Be safe out there, gang. Stay single. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the small moments. Adios.